Dark 30 and away we go. And this morning is a crappy rainy day in Seattle. Well, south of Seattle. Probably is in Seattle too, but get away from some of this traffic so I can see a little better. Get down off this hill too, that'll help. Alright. Well, happy Tuesday, people. The alarm went off and I did not want to get up. Should pretty much be back to normal traffic, so we'll see what it looks like. We'll see what it looks like. And that's special. We're already hitting the slowdown. Figured that asshole was going to cut me off. Morning, Mama Opia. It's a wet, messy day here. Man, that white pickup is driving like an idiot. Get ahead of the cement truck and I can move over. Get my mirrors turned back on. My mirrors are fogging up a little bit. Hopefully you had a good New Year. We were actually awake until midnight, but we were already in bed. Yeah, it's not really heavy rain, but it's steady. They're small drops, but they're definitely coming down. Morning, Tiger. Well, good. I'm glad you had a good meeting. Morning, Lee. Well, good evening, Lee. Morning for me. Probably late afternoon for you. Right. Work my way over to the carpool lane, and then we'll be in business. There we go. 10 p.m. Okay, it's real late. Hi, Norma. 3:10 p.m. in Panama. I thought you guys were East Coast time, but I guess you're a little further over. Oh, okay. Well, it is 7:10 here, and just about an hour south of Seattle. Yeah, that's what I thought. Panama was the same as Eastern time. Tiger's in another country. It's I lost my train of thought. Completely derailed. See how traffic is with this as regular lanes begin to slow down. Hey, Bulldog. It's got to be a case of people don't realize 167, the road construction on 167 is done. Because this isn't normal for this. Thank you, Norma. I will. I have to do this drive every Tuesday morning, and this road has been partially closed for months. So I'm kind of getting used to it being all the way opened up again. Um, Conveniently, my chat is right at my windshield, so I'm really not looking away from the road to read the chat. When I turned the GPS on, it said an hour and 34 minutes, which should put us up there once again about 8:30 if it's accurate. Hey, yeah, that's funny. Luckily, I got no sense of smell, so I couldn't even smell them. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have been able to keep producing the show. I was surprised she ended up eating them all. For those that don't know, Sunday night, my wife Stibby does the Munchie Mafia show, and we have the Wheel of Misfortune, and people from the chat add ingredients to that. She has to spin the wheel and then create something from those ingredients. And Sunday night was sardines, broccoli, peanuts, orzo, and seaweed. And she ended up making some kind of a little goofy sushi roll. And she ended up eating all of it. And she doesn't like sardines at all. So I was kind of surprised. Well, there's the normal traffic. Yes, thank you, Tiger, at Chef City. And she had a new comedy partner on Sunday night, which seems to be the hit of the parade. Excuse me. Exactly. I think he's going to end up being named Buttnut, but I'm not sure. He was definitely funny. Oh, there she is right there. Hi, honey. We were talking about your show Sunday night. Yeah, he was quite funny. The two of them were quite funny together, actually. Well, the rain seems to have slowed down a little bit up here. Wasn't bad until 18, and then the carpooling had really slowed down much. We were running 60 until 18, and now we're down about 45. But it's raining a lot further down south, or raining a lot harder down south. Yeah, Demoose wanted one right away, and Civvy went looking for it, and it looks like they're sold out or aren't selling any more of them, I guess. Well, I'm sure the puppies are happy with that idea. They'll stay in bed all day if they get their way. Yeah, she does a pretty good job heading her own and spending mine too. So we're all in this boat together, Tiger. I'm usually the one that finds the dumb stuff. Did not ever see that come up, but she found that one on her own. And there are a bunch of clips coming out from that show. On the bright side, yeah, that's true. I didn't dodge that one, Tiger, but you will. All right, I got to get over here. Blankets are so big, even the washing machine doesn't like them. Set it on bulk, and it still goes off on out of balance. I end up spending 2 or 3 wash loads trying to get them washed. They're so bulky and heavy. All right, here's our exit. Well, okay, you don't want to. Oh no, that's not good, Jerry. Yeah, that would explain it. At least if you can get back on that, it'll settle down. Yeah, that's cool. If that settles it down, at least that would explain everything. Well, not everything, but that would explain why it didn't appear that they were helping much. I don't know. I'm on so many now. I got to have a pill organizer So every Sunday I sit down and mode the pill organizer so I don't have to think about it. Yeah, it happens. At least you caught it. Even with the pill organizer, I screw up now and then too. For instance, yesterday I got out of my normal patterns of doing things, and that messed me up. So I didn't take my morning pills till like 4 o'clock. Oh, yeah. All right, Gary. Have a good day, buddy. Thanks for checking in. All right, sounds good, sir. Jeez, I got to keep my mirror heat on. My passenger side mirror keeps clogging up on me. That's a little weird. Yeah, exactly. There's no money in cures, only in control. Well, they don't. They have a cash cow in the United States. Stop breathing so hard. Well, I can't hear what's going on, so let me hit the inhaler. Maybe that'll help. All right, let's see if it equal if it evens out now. Oh, that. I thought you were telling me you could hear me wheezing, which does happen, which is usually why I don't wear a microphone on your shows. It just sits on the desk next to the ATEM. So it's far enough away so you don't hear that, but you can hear me. Yeah, exactly, Mama O. People aren't getting surgeries because the insurance company are turning them down. You pay a bunch of money for insurance. Wow. Of course, the girls are still in bed. Yeah, it really is. I mean, I go through this crap with my long acting insulin all the time. Insurance company, I've got something that works and works great, and about every 6 months, the insurance company wants me to switch to something cheaper, uh, and it happens to be one of the ones that and most of these idiots don't realize it. Um, but the ones they're using for weight loss, which is just an insulin, and they changed my prescription to that, and it's not available. Everybody's sold out of it because there's so many people using it for weight loss. So then the doctor's got to call the insurance company and fight with them, and I got to call the insurance company and fight with them. And so they switch it to another one, and if the pharmacy does have that one, I'm on that for a few months until that one runs out and nobody has it again. And eventually I get put back on the original one. It's so stupid. Well, Ozempic I'm on anyway, but that's beside the point. I was going to say Lantus. Morning, Larry. Hopefully you're having a good day, buddy. Yeah, I've seen stuff on some of the sailing channels that I watch where they've had medical emergencies and they go into the hospital, spend 2 days in the hospital, and come out with a $90 bill. I think the most expensive one I saw was $200, and that was a gallbladder. Another heat wave today. I don't know that I'd be happy if it was a little warmer. Further south, it was raining like heck, and now it's pretty well just sprinkling now, so it's not too bad. Supposed to be in the 70s. Yeah, yeah, that's so ridiculous. I've been through that pain. I have had my gallbladder out, and that it's horrible to put somebody in that kind of pain bleeding that way. That's such a sweet offer, Tiger. Yeah, that's such crap. The healthcare system is so broken here. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. You have to go through that stuff and jump through those hoops. If you're if you're not having an immediate attack, it's not horrible. But when there's an attack on, my God, gotta love these people. You should wait till the last minute to try and get over. Morning, Des. Yeah, the system is so broken. It's just ridiculous, and it's all about the greed. You know, the physicians in the rest of the world go through the same training for the most part, but now it's all just a money making machine. Is it windy up here? Up there? It's not down here. Trees aren't moving. you're getting it, if you're getting it there, it's coming from the north. Yeah, exactly, Tiger. It's just ridiculous. Yes, you went through some more schooling, and yes, you can do incredible things, but you really don't deserve the, the kind of money that you're collecting. Oh, for fuck's sake. God damn it. My extra pack of smokes fell out of my cup holder, and I inadvertently threw it out at the gas station. So I got to get out the freeway here in the near future and hit a mini market, get another pack of smokes. That's irritating. Yeah, exactly. That's ridiculous. Tiger, the only sign I have is slippery when wet. Yep, I did. God damn it. Oh well. Hey, Bern. Thanks for coming in, buddy. All right, Civvy, I'm ready. Hey, Karen. Thanks for coming in, dear. don't know. And you ticked off all the rest of the residents. Jesus. Well, it's not like that was the only thing on the menu. Like, really, people? Yeah, it's not like this is their only choice. They always have a second, at least a 1 second option. It may just be a sandwich, but they've got a second option. Jesus. I-5 is going to be closed from I-90 to 45th all weekend. That's a major chunk of freeway to be shut down. Hi, Norma. Welcome back. I don't know who's crazier up there, honey. The inmates or the people running the asylum. All right, we got plenty of time. I'm going in search of a pack of smokes. So you'll get to see a little bit different area of Seattle now. Yeah, that's not good in a high rise, Tiger. Hi, Beverly. Good morning. Thanks for coming in. Hey, Simon. Thanks for coming in, bud. Did she ever at least apologize for yelling? Of course not. God, turn your lights on, dude. It's still dusk. All right. Hi, Lucy. I thought you were live. I saw the 30-minute warning before I went live. Oh, okay. All right. Now I got to find the mini market. We'll go down here and hit the one on 6th Avenue. I know where that one is. Unless I happen across one before that. Shell station right there if I can get to it. Then I could turn right around and get right back on the freeway, right back at this stoplight. Oh, okay. That works, Lucy. For those just in, I accidentally threw out my spare pack of cigarettes when I got gas. I was cleaning out the truck and it had fallen out of my cup holder and I accidentally threw it out. So I'm in search of a pack of smokes. Ooh, that sounds good, Burn. She has delivered. Yeah, so do I, Tiger. Any way for me to get to that shell? I don't think. Yeah, no left turn. Nope, I can't get there. All right, we'll go down to 6th, and then we'll go up 4th Avenue. All right, get up here a little further and hit this mini market up here. A 76 station. Oh no, it's another shell. How about that? They changed it. Yes, I have a handicap sticker. All right, guys, I'm gonna stick you in my pocket for a minute and turn the mic off. And I'll go get a pack of smokes, and then we'll be right back to it. Okay. Hopefully everything stays put. Otherwise, I will be back. Good news. I didn't throw it out. It was on the floor and had slid over to the door. I found it. All that dinking around for nothing. But that's okay. Yes, it was dark in there, wasn't it? And deep. I had looked down by my feet, but it was way over by the door, so I couldn't see it because the little door pockets overhang the door sill a little bit. Weird. Anyway, we're back in business. All right. Headlights back on, and out we go. Turn my mirror heat back on. All right, out on the street. We'll run down to 4th Avenue, take a right, and we'll go all the way up 4th. That'll be fun and exciting. You guys haven't seen that area from my perspective. It does every now and then, Tiger. Has to rain to keep everything green. Okay, around the corner, and we'll go. We can actually go all the way up to Spring, which is the road that the hospital is on. Well, no, actually we can't because right at where I usually take a right on Spring, 2 blocks down from the parking garage, Spring turns to one way downhill. So we'll have to come back up Madison. That's what's retarded. We have a new strip club just what Seattle needed, right next to a sports bar. Surprise, surprise. Um, yeah, that's what's messed up is the fact that we can do a live show that we had do a 90-minute live show that we had 70 minutes of consistent viewers at 20 say, and we only get 3 hours of it. I don't understand that. That should conceivably be 20 hours of viewing time. Let's right lane ends. Okay, we'll move to the left lane. Once we can run promotions, we'll start running promotions, but we've got to hit monetization before we can do that. This little bridge that we just went up and over takes us up and over the rail yards. Reno Foods, that used to be Lennox. Yes, that is brilliant, Tiger. Yeah, I don't know how most other states are. In Washington, you can't have booze in the strip club. Well, that would work. I can take a right here, right underneath Spokane Street, viaduct, and run up to I-5 and jump right back into where we usually go, just from a different angle. Of course, there'll be a conga line, but that's okay. Yeah, Oregon does too. Frequently, people go down to the Acropolis in Oregon to watch strippers and drink booze, and they also are they're supposed to have a hell of a steak too. Although I was never a big strip club person. I think I've probably been half a dozen times. Most of those were bachelor parties. Hey, Tiffany. Hopefully, you're having a good day. All right, this will put us back onto the freeway and just before our normal exit. Welcome back, Lucy. Bump, 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 bump. All right, honey, have fun. They're still in bed. Puppies are so silly. Yep, got to batten down the hatches, Tiffany. We made it over. Now we're good. Alfred who? Wow, that's a mess. Freezing rain and then snow on top of it. Yikes. Now we got traffic back pretty much. We even had to take a detour, and I'm still up here an hour early. Welcome back, Gary. Ooh, they got the stadiums all lit up. I don't know if I can get a view of that with the camera or not. Trees all of a sudden popped up where I thought I was going to be able to get it. Maybe. All right, guys. You can just barely see T-Mobile Park over there. Yes, that was a fun live last night, Gary. Not to mention I won the spin. Yeah, traffic was definitely worse than it has been the last several weeks. Boeing and most of Microsoft was on vacation, but they should have. So I'm still kind of surprised that I got up here this quick, even with the detour. But it is what it is. And I hate that phrase, but it is. Although this is fairly normal. I can't quite see why the yellow lights are flashing up there yet. Oh, it's metered ramp. Well, it's always a metered ramp. I haven't seen those lights flashing before now. All right, get over a lane. building has, well, 4 major plants, uh, and then 3 more that are not on runways. And although the headquarters used to be here, and it's now out in South Carolina and North Carolina, I can't remember which. Uh, but the majority of the plane building is done here, or let's say plane assembly. I still think that's a funny name for an airplane company. That's not the noise they make when they fall down. They don't go flying. Our neighbor across the street is a pilot for Delta. Hi, Mac. Welcome in. All right. Bump, 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 bump. Big bump. Well, once again, we're up here very early, so I guess I'll try and park around on the curb for a little bit. We'll keep this going, at least for a little bit. This is downtown Seattle. It used to be a great place. Now it's kind of not so much anymore. Back to the land of no turn on red. Yes, exactly. Starbucksville. All right. There's the green. Okay, we made that light. We'll go up turn left at this one and go around the block and see if we can't park for it. Yes, exactly. All right, we made the left. I could park right there. Hey, we got parking spot. Cool. Park right up here by these little rental bicycles and scooters, and we'll sit for a little bit. Cool. They were watching me drive. Well, Cindy might recognize my voice. I'm quite certain. Oh, Rufus? That's unusual. When I read it, I read Leroy. I didn't really, but yeah, I thought Leroy. Looks a lot like Toronto. I've never been, but I've seen pictures, and yeah, it kind of does. Yeah, they need to re-up the paint on the curbs. That's good. Keep your hair dry, but get all the paperwork wet. That's unusual. Usually Rufus is at the shower door knocking. Well, excuse me, have you renewed your automobile warranty? So picky, Tiger. Not eating burnt pancakes. Sometimes you take one for the team just to keep life happy at home. I know, I'm the worst offender. Yes, exactly. Actually, speaking of the cafeteria, the food here is, last time I was in the hospital. Go away, Tiger. Tripe. Tripe you right in the side of the head. It's been quite a while since I've been in the hospital, knock on wood. There's wood. Um, but the last time I had to spend any time here, uh, the food was actually pretty decent. And basically, you have a menu and you can choose anything off of that menu. You just call down to the kitchen and tell them what you want. the wipers so they quit squeaking. That'll help. Yeah, it's last week I saw a different doctor, so we'll see what my doctor thinks of what they did last week. At least everything stayed in place this week. I had the nurse last week that I really don't like. She usually messes things up. Okay, why the hell is there a snowplow truck out? There's something I don't know. Weird. Um, yeah, my doc was on vacation last week. Um, the reason that the ice machine, oh, at work, I was going to say there's no reason for our ice machine to even be turned on this time of day. Well, figure out when the last time it was cleaned. It probably needs to run a cleaning cycle. Um, oh, the snowplow. Yeah, exactly. There, that's better. Now you can see. Um, yeah, she was on vacation. My doc only works in the wound clinic on Tuesdays. Otherwise, she plays podiatrist over in her office in the building directly to our right. And she's been my podiatrist for years, and she's actually the one that managed to save what's left of me. Uh, and so she's the one that I trust. Uh, but when she's gone, there are two other doctors that I'm willing to deal with. Uh, and I think that they're both quite good also. But for any important decisions, Dr. Alme is the one that I trust the most. Uh, it was one of the other podiatrists that I believe had a lot to do with how this whole mess started. Uh, you need some for Florida? Yeah. They used to all be orange. I don't know if a new company came in and ran out the orange ones or if they repainted and changed their color scheme. I don't ever give her a choice to walk it. I always grab her and throw her in. Get a cookie out, she'll come running. Um, yeah, yeah. You're the only one that's ever pulled that off with her walking into her crate on her own. The one time I tried to do that, she was like, "Ha ha ha, forget it," and I ended up chasing her. So ever since then, I wait until the last minute to pull the harness, and then I grab her and throw her in. Maybe a minute, Lucy. She's trying to catch the dog to put her in the crate so that she can leave for work. Cool. She caught the dog. All right. One last cigarette, then I'm going to pull into the party garage and get this party started. Anyway, I'm going to go live again right around 11 o'clock, a little before, a little after, depending on how long the appointment takes. Um, I can't go look at it right now, Lucy, so I couldn't tell you. When I end the live, I'll go look and I'll send you a note. Hey, Ed, thanks for stopping in, buddy. You're coming in right at the end. I know you're working, but I appreciate the drop in. Um, all right, I'm going to go ahead and put this to bed, and I will be back in a couple of hours, and we'll do it all again when we head back south. So, everybody, have a great day if I don't see you again. Um, and we'll do it all again in a couple hours. Love y'all, and we'll catch you in a bit. Bye for now.